Hello everyone, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ahmad Nanda Yuma from Mercubana University. Today, I want to describe about computer architecture. So, here we go. So, what is in general terms or is the distinction between computer organization and computer architecture? So basically, computer organization deals with the operation units and how they relate to specification, while computer architecture deals with the attributes that deal with the execution of a program. So if you want to buy a hardware of your computer like VGA or processor, or you want to build your own computer, you do computer organization. But computer architecture is deal with the execution of a program. It means the design of the processor, how they work. That is about computer architecture. Okay, so here is the illustration. You can see that computer organization is organized hardware. Like in this illustration, we can see it organized main memory, disk, and printer. But in the computer architecture, they organize many programs like output input program, main memory, combinational logic, and registers in one CPU. Okay, all of this we call computer architecture. Next is what in the general terms is the distinction between computer structure and computer function. Computer structure deals with the way the components in the computer are interrelated, while computer function deals with the operation of the individual components as part of the structure. And what are the four main functions of a computer? So basically, computer has four main functions. There are data processing, data storage, data movement, and control. So here is the illustration. You can see that all of the four basic function of the computer is how to say is have a bond like data movement apparatus with control mechanism, and all of the three function combined with control mechanism. You can see in this illustration. Okay, for the review question is list and briefly define the main structural components of a computer. So central processing unit, also known as the computer processor. It controls the operation of the computer and performs data processing. Main memory, part of the computer that stores data, temporary storage, and I/O or input and output, moving data between the computer and external environment. So in this I/O, you have known about flash disk or external hard disk. So all of them is part of input and output peripherals. And the system interconnection. System bus provides for communication between the CPU, main memory, and I/O. Okay, the next is about control unit. Controls the operation of the CPU. Arithmetic and logic unit, or ALU, performs data processing functions. Registers provide for storage internal to CPU. And CPU interconnection allows for communication among control unit, ALU, and registers. So what is a stored program computer? A stored program concept is the programming process could be facilitated if the program could be represented in a form suitable for storing in memory alongside the data. Then a computer could get its instructions by reading them from memory, and a program could be set or altered by setting the values of a portion of memory. So this is one of the famous law, Moore's law. The famous Moore's law, which was propounded by Gordon Moore, co-founder Intel, in 1965. Moore observed that the number of transistors that could be put on a single chip was doubling every year, and correctly predicted that this pace would continue into the near future. To the surprise of many, including Moore, the pace continued year after year and decade after decade. The pace slowed to a doubling every 18 months in the 1970s, but has sustained that rate ever since. So this is the illustration of Moore's law. You can see that this diagram indicate about the performance among other CPU like AMD K8, Pentium 3, Pentium 2, all of the CPU, the data of CPU performance will record it in the Moore's law in order to how to say, in order to make a difference or to conclude which processor who faster than the other. Okay, on the list and explain the key characteristics of a computer family. Similar or identical instruction set, in many cases the exact same of the exact same set of machine is instructions are supported on all members of the family. Thus, a program that executes on one machine will also execute on any other. In some cases, the lower end of the family has an instruction set that is a subset of that of the top end of the family. This means that program can move up but not down. Similar or identical operation system. The same basic operation system is available for all family members. In some cases, additional features are added is the higher. Increasing speed, the rate of instruction execution, increases in going from lower to higher family members. Increasing number of I/O ports in going from lower to higher family members. Increasing memory size in going from lower to higher family members. Increasing cost in going from lower to higher family members. If you see that all of these attributes has increasing, it means it's going from lower to higher. Okay, so that is the meaning of increasing, I mean. And what is the key distinguishing feature of a microprocessor? This is the important. In a microprocessor, all of the components of the CPU are on a single chip, or the way it combines several different circuits into a single package. So it means in a microprocessor, all of the CPU component, or if you have a phone, a cell phone, or Android phone, in a single chip microprocessor, it contains GPU or graphic processor unit, and also CPU control processing unit in one chip microprocessor, and that is one of the example of microprocessor. And here is the illustration. This single chip contain many features, and I think it is small, perhaps 1 or 2 centimeter. In Android, it could be only half centimeter, perhaps. Okay, so here is the main problem question. Given the memory contents of the IES computer shown below, so here is we have address and contents, and the question is, show the assembly language code for the program starting at address 08A and explain what this program does. So before we break down all of this question, you should know about two tables, because this is a hexadecimal number. We should compile into binary number, so you have to know at least about binary table. Okay, and the contents, because this is the computer architecture, you should know about a new table. What is that? This is the table. So what should we do about this table? So this table, the name of the table is IAS, like this, IAS computer. This is the table of the IAS computer. First, you should know about the table, data table, hexadecimal, binary, and denary, or we can say like decimal. And this the table. So what should we do? So let's next break down the code. We should divide it into 5-bit instruction. There is LH or left hand, and RH is right hand. Based on the question, it would be for LH instruction is 010 FA and has an opcode 01 and address 0FA. For H right hand instruction is 210 FB, has an opcode 21 and address 0FB. You can see in this question from 08A has a content like this, so we divide it into like this, into 5-bit, the first 5-bit and the second 5-bit. So what should we do after we divided it? So the first is matching. Convert the result into binary and match the binary code using IS table. So in left hand instruction, we have 01 like this, 01. Convert it into binary. We can see like this, 0 and 1. So we get this one, 0 and 1. This is the binary code from 01. And after we get the binary code, we matching again with IS table, this one. You can see that 0000001 is load mx. Okay, you can see in the data transfer like this. So it means the instruction is load mx according to the IAS table. So what is mx? It's referred to the memory address location in 0FA. So first bit of 08A will be read as load M0FA. For right hand instruction, we do same instruction. First is convert the decimal number into binary, and using binary number that we have converted and matching with IS table. So for 21, we got from the binary code, we got 0010001. It means store MX from the IS, this one. So second 5 bits of 08A will be read as store M0FB. So like this, we only match or we convert. The first is the decimal number into binary number and matching the binary number with IS table, so we know what is the code mean. So for using all of the instruction I got this answer. For 08A is load M0FA and store M0FB. For 08B is load M0FA, jump plus M08D. For 08C, load minus M0FA and store M0FB. So what is the purpose of this program code? We know in the architecture computer, we should learn about how computers store the data. So this is the code that computer use to store the data. You can see from this illustration. The computer use the data in order to store the data. The computer use the code in order to store the data like this. So the purpose of this program is to store the absolute data or value at memory location of 0FA into memory location 0FB. So that is the point of this question. So that's all from me. Have a nice day and thank you.